Hello, my beautiful Pisces. How are you, my gorgeous ones? So, I decided to do this lunar eclipse and solar eclipse spread. I'm going to put a little bit of astrology in here. You guys got a lot of gains, a lot of completion, but I feel like some of you, your spirits are broken. So, what I've done is I looked at the houses that it's going to affect you in. Now, even though the lunar eclipse is on August 7th and the solar eclipse is on August 21st, you feel the lunar eclipse for about 35 days up to 3 months. You feel the solar eclipse for about 45 days up to 6 months, some up to a year. It kind of depends on your chart. So, welcome everyone. My name is Cindy. I am the modern day spiritual advisor. I use multiple modalities, including tarot and astrology, hypnotherapy, mediumship, to help you on your path. And now, the author of my upcoming book series, Concepts Create Reality. For those of you that are interested, this is the Sacred Circle Tarot. I have the affiliate link down in the description. Also, for a private reading, I'll have my website link description down below. Okay, so excuse me. So let's talk about eclipses for a second. So eclipses are like a reboot, right? So when you turn off your computer, you turn off your phone, and then you turn it back on, and you have that 0 point energy and just burst, right? So that's kind of what eclipses are about. Now, lunar eclipses are about completion. So it's like going to complete it, and then you can move forward, right? And solar eclipses are about gains. What are you going to gain, right? So the lunar eclipse is going to be in your 12th house. Now, the houses in astrology are about the areas of life that it's going to affect you, okay? How you're going to experience those things. In which area of life are you going to experience those things? That's what the houses are about. Now, I will be starting to do videos and teaching a little bit of astrology, but I'm going to do it on my website. I'm not going to do it on YouTube, just because I'm free to say whatever I want on my website. So, so let's talk about your lunar eclipse. So the lunar eclipse is in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house is not so astrologers will call it the house of undoing or the house of self-sabotage, but I don't necessarily think it's just that. I think it's the house of spirituality, the ending of things. It can be like your shadow side, it's your subconscious. It's the house where we connect to spirit, where we connect to our loved ones, our guides, source, oneness. It's that house. But that house is not meant to be resolved. That house is not meant for us to know exactly what goes on there, okay? Because we already know what exactly goes on. We just don't remember it here. So we've come here so that we can discover these things. That's what this house is about. That's the 12th house. And it's ruled by you guys. It's ruled by Pisces. So you guys are experts at this house. You understand up beyond this world. You understand different realms. You understand that. That's just a raw talent you have because you're Pisces. So it's ruled by that. It's ruled by, sometimes the illusion. So it's all about like thinking bigger and being bigger than just this world, right? So the lunar eclipse is hitting your 12th house. So this is all about completions for you. Now, a lot of people will say Pisces have a problem with this, but I know you can do both because I've seen Pisces that can do both. What I mean by that is that you will get really dreamy and you will learn to create and you will start creating, but then you don't bring it down to the physical, okay? So that's what this is about. And maybe because you didn't do it, or maybe because things didn't go your way, or maybe because in the past the relationships you thought were supposed to be one thing were really another because you saw it in a different way, and then it didn't really form that way. And so somewhere, this is where I was talking about, somewhere along the lines, I feel like some of you have gotten your heart broken, not just in romance, but in life itself. And so you don't even want to dream anymore, right? Like you do it naturally, but you don't put any energy into it. And what Spirit's saying in this house of completion, in this house, in this 12th house of the lunar eclipse for you, is to understand the potentials. The Page of Wands is someone who has that spark, who has that invigoration of life again. And that's what you, because this was the question I asked. I asked Spirit, what is the thing that they'll be working on? What's their center in this house? And I know we're not supposed to discover all of it, but what is the center and the thing that they'll be focusing on? And you have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is this younger person with vitality, with vigor, with fire, like they spark. And so this is the position that you're in. This is the position that you're getting to, that you're working through. You're wanting to, you'll be working on feeling the spark again, feeling the potential again, feeling and seeing those things that you once saw, that they really can come to you, right? Even though in the past it didn't, but this time it can. And Spirit is saying, yes, we need you to be in this space of passion, of vigor, of excitement like a child, right? Of anticipation, so that you can receive those things that you want. Now, this is a great card. They want you to stand in this because their advice is the Sun. And what they're saying is there are some things that you're going to complete in your life. There are, and because this is the 12th house, it's like a lot of areas, but, and it could be your spiritual area too. There are, I talked about this before on on one of the other videos. In our whole selves, we have unlimited energy that can run through us, right? Because we're part of the one, we're huge. But here on this earth, in this lifetime, because of our frequency, because of the density, there's only so much energy that can run through us. And that is with the situations, with the people around us, with the things around us, right? So we can only hold so much energy in our space. We can only hold so much energy in our world that we're creating, or have it really run through, but we like to hold, right? And so what they're saying is when you come to completion of some things and allow that energy to just run through you by completion, by understanding, then you'll loosen up that energy and let it go, right? And let it run through you. You open yourself up to be able to receive the blessings that you're wanting, the blessings that you've asked for, the gifts, the things, the situations, the people. That's what you're opening up when you let go of these other things. And they don't want you to just say, okay, I'm gonna let go. They want you to come to a place where you understand why those things came to you, and why those situations and why those people came to you. When you do that, you can understand it and then just relax it and then let it flow, so that those other things can come to you, so that those other situations can come to you. Now they're saying, and you know how to work in this house, they're saying be that spark. And when you do that, and when you create, we have the Sun for you. And the Sun is all about better times coming. These things that you're wanting actually manifesting. The Sun is about, you may have come from a time where nothing was happening, but now things are going to start happening for you. We just need you to get back in this space of excitement, of anticipation, of creating, because Leo is about creating. And Leo in the lunar eclipse, Leo is in lunar eclipse and he's in the solar eclipse. But when you do this, when you're in this space, these things are going to open up for you. And the outcome is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is someone who has taken the steps, who has come from, maybe one time he didn't get what he wanted, maybe another time, things didn't happen the way that he wanted, but now he's ready to move forward. Now he's ready to receive. Now he's got passion. Look at him with his fire up there. Now he's ready for the adventure. He's looking at it with anticipation and vigor. And let me tell you this about fire signs. They don't fail at anything that they want in the physical. They just have to want it. All they have to do is get centered, get that spark going, and they have such passion for things that it comes to them. Okay, that's the fire sign for you. And that's what this Knight of Wands is. They're saying someone will be entering your life for some of you that is going to bring that passion back to you, but they need you to stand in this first. If you're wanting that for your life, you have to be what you want, right? So stand in this passion. And when you do that just a little bit with this 12th house, we are going to open things up for you so that you can receive and complete these blessings. For others of you, it is okay, because I see this another way too. For others of you, it is okay to say, this is really what I wanted and this person did disappoint me. But I'm going to let that go and I'm going to move forward. Okay? That's what this is about for some of you. This is about you being able to be self-centered enough, because oftentimes you're not. Oftentimes you just give, 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 give. But they want you to be able to receive also. But you have to stand in that. Say it's yours. Have passion for it, and it will come to you. And that is part of your completion. Completing the understanding that you are and are able to have the things that you want. Maybe they didn't work out the way that you thought they were going to work out in the past, but that's in the past. Are you going to keep living in the past, or are you going to look to the future? Because you have all these things that are wanting to come to you, but they can't because you keep holding on to this other stuff. And that's what this is about for you in this house. Okay? And Spirit is in this house. So Spirit's going to help you. Your loved ones are going to help you. God, oneness, source, they're all going to help you. They just want you to get into the space to help them, to help you. That makes sense? Now, for your solar eclipse, now, because this is going to be like 35 days, you're going to be completing and gaining, completing and gaining, completing and gaining, right? So, for you guys, the solar eclipse will last about, it could last 6 months, but really intensely for 45 days. And it depends on what degree you have that sign in, as to how much it's going to affect you. So, the solar eclipse again is all about gain. So I asked Spirit, what is your position and what will you be working through and gaining in this house? And you have the underworld. Now the underworld is a very interesting card, because the underworld is about your subconscious or your shadow side or the darker side, or, whatever that we have repressed because, I don't know, it's not socially appropriate, or it's not appropriate, or whatever you've been told, right? So there is this other side that you sort of repressed, but because you repressed it, you don't realize that that is holding you back, because we didn't come here to repress it. We came here to understand it, right? And work with it. Now, obviously, we're in this lifetime and we have duality and there are laws of the universe. So if you do something that you have a consequence, right? They're not saying just go willy-nilly do anything. They're saying you made yourself this way for a reason, right? You have a duality for a reason. Don't deny the duality. Don't deny your shadow side. Work in your shadow side. Understand your shadow side so that it can work with you and you can move forward, right? Because it is for some of you, it's those things that are in your shadow side that are going to, when you discover, become this great thing to help you. Like your ego. Ego is not a bad thing. I don't know why people think it's a bad thing. Anything is a bad thing when it's not in balance, and oftentimes ego gets imbalanced. But if your ego is imbalanced, it's a good thing, because why? It gives you passion. It gives you drive. It gives you the things that you want, right? And so they're saying, this is what you'll be gaining, is discovering the other side of you. Because some of you are going to be put in positions in your life, and it all depends. Because this 6th house is about duty. It's about your responsibility. It's about your daily life. It's about your health. It's about your work. It's not your career, but it's your work. Okay? So that's what the 6th house is about. And so the underworld, they're saying sometimes you need those parts of you to be able to move forward and get the things that you want, right? But sometimes for some of you have denied it for so long, you don't realize that it's that thing that you thought you buried that is actually holding you back. Okay? Their advice is when you do this, you're because you're going, I see a lot of you going to these different phases of your life where you need the ego, where you need to stand up for yourself, where you need that you need to be your whole self, or you're going to lose it, right? You're not going to be able to like keep it because you're not strong enough or somebody takes it away from you, right? So that's what they're saying. Incorporate work, look at who you are, even the deeper parts of you, understand them and how to work with them. So because you're going to the space, and this space, their advice is the 10 of disc or the 10 of pentacles. Now the 10 of pentacles is other people's money or other people's property or other people's, and by other people it's like your DNA, your lineage, right? So there are these things that you have come to experience on this earth that your lineage did the work for. And that is okay. That's part of why you need to work with this. Because some of you may feel guilty about taking other, taking what's given to you, what's rightfully yours. It's rightfully yours. And for some of you, I'm talking about past lives. Not everybody, but some of you, I'm talking about past lives where your lineage came before, way before you came, and did all these things on earth and to help humanity, and their path was not to reap the benefits. Their path was just to do the work, because that was part of their path, was to learn how to do the work. Your path was to actually receive their gifts, their stuff that they put in the bank because they did all this hard work. But they love you and you're their lineage, and so for that reason you're getting these gifts, because that's your path. Their path was a different path. Still your lineage, but their path was a different path. Does that make sense? So that's their advice. When these things come to you, and they will be for some of you, again, depending on the degree, depending on where you're at in your chart, when these things come to you, you have to be resolute, and you have to take it with love, or you have to receive it with love, not with guilt, because if you received something from your lineage with guilt, how does that like help the lineage, right? It's okay to receive these things. That's what they're saying. Now, on top of that, the outcome is gains, right? And the 9 of disc and the 10 of disc definitely, especially in the 6th house, is telling me you're getting physical financial gains, right? So either you're getting a house, you're getting a car, you're getting new whatever, you're getting in like a better paying job, you're getting money, or you're getting possessions, because the 9 of disc or the 9 of coins or the 9 of pentacles is all about you receiving material benefits, money and otherwise, through hard work you've done, right? Now, if we realize that energy, money included, everything is just energy. So even the people that you've helped, even the things that you've done in the past, maybe nobody paid you for them, but that still went into your bank. And for that reason, you receive these things in the physical. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. I feel like some of you are going to be getting other people's money as well as your money. I feel like others of you may be getting a property, maybe getting a new car, maybe somebody, like, I don't know, maybe they won the lottery and they wanted to give you a new car because you're their family member. I see like a whole bunch of different scenarios. Either way, you have all these gains coming, and they don't want you to get stuck in the guilt and then in giving it all away because you felt like you didn't deserve it. That's why they want you to work in this. And that's what you'll be working through over the next 45 days intently, but it could be up to 6 months. Okay, my gorgeous ones, I hope this helps. I tried to do it even slower. A lot of people were saying, well, not a lot, but some people were saying that I was going too fast and they weren't understanding the houses and stuff. So again, I'm going to be describing all of that and doing videos of that on my website. I won't be doing it here on YouTube. That way it gives me free reign to kind of say and do what I want. I love you dearly. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Congratulations, because you got some good things coming. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.